All societies today, whether termed capitalist or socialist or even communist, are fundamentally based on money. Money is the enabler of possibility within the system itself. So first, let's ask the most fundamental question. Why did we invent money? Contrary to the attitudes of most of the world's population today, money is not a natural resource, nor does it represent resources. Money is actually a social convention for managing scarcity and rewarding creation. Generally speaking, if a product is rare in the society, then its value is raised. If the skill set needed by a person to cultivate that product is also rare in the community, then the value is increased as well. Very simply, problems and scarcity equals profit. The more efficiency created in society, the less opportunities for monetary acquisition. There is very little intrinsic reward and hence motivation to solve any currently profitable problem in existence. If oil companies know that they can make more money by having their items scarce, the propensity to deliberately limit production and disregard social concern is very high. The more polluted our water tables and taps become, the more industry can compensate by offering profitable solutions. For the more damage there is, the more money that can be made. Suppose for a moment, hypothetically, that a cure for all cancers was somehow achieved, and the method of treatment was simple and easy. In other words, there was no longer a way to make all of this money off of the illness by the medical establishment. Do you really think that the intent is to cure this illness? What if a company made a car that can last 80 years without service and also runs without the need for perpetual refueling through battery technology? You might also know, as a case in point, that the White House during the Bush administration made sure their corporate constituents in the oil industry were safeguarded against this new reality by helping to just get rid of the idea of itself, squashing it. In fact, there is no reason why every single car sold could not be electric right now. They aren't, because social progress and human well-being is always second to monetary gain. I'll say that again. Social progress and human well-being is always second to monetary gain. If people cannot make money off of solving social problems, they simply will not be done. It is simply how the game is set up. The word corruption comes to mind. Is it really corrupt for a company to seek indifferent self-preservation at the expense of social progress? Actually, no, it isn't. It is simply business as usual. They will be viewed in hostility if they threaten an established, financially driven institution. Corporations are not just in competition with other corporations. They are in competition with progress itself. The entire system demands problems for it to work. The free market in practice can only lead to monopolies and cartels. That is the basis of the entire motivation. Business is based in part on a gaming strategy to win market share and hence profit. Therefore, it is a natural gravitation to seek dominance in your sector or industry. And the highest level is monopoly and cartel. It is a natural progression of the free market system to become as dominant and powerful as possible. But it doesn't stop there. If you pay off a few congressmen to support your company's agenda, then you have further secured your position economically. Now people say that's corruption. No, it's not. It's the free market at work. What else do you expect? There is no such thing as an objective government in a monetary system. It is impossible. The whole society is based on money and income, so why do you think any lines would ever be drawn and respected? Influence and hence corruption is a natural byproduct of our system. It should be expected. Ethics and competition are incompatible. Throughout history, there has been one empire after another, each working to secure global land and resource domination. The central reason for war is for resources, profit, empire power, and trade monopolies. Governments are fundamentally no different in function than corporations when it comes to self-interest. From individuals competing against each other for work, to corporations battling each other for market share, to governments competing against each other for global economic dominance. All governments in existence today, whether you recognize it or not, are institutional dictatorships, publicly sanctioned power monopolies. People think they have choice in our current system because they can press a button on a voting machine and put a pre-selected person into power. However, once that person is in power, the public then has virtually no say. It's also worth pointing out that most politicians, in fact, are lawyers. Most players in government come from the world of law. Can a lawyer come fix your home heating system? Can a lawyer go and organize a power grid for a particular area? No. Lawyers and hence politicians are simply not trained in any tangible way to solve real problems. They're trained to solve artificial, nonsensical problems that are culminated byproducts of our nonsensical society. Republican, Democrat, it doesn't mean a damn thing. If you look at the historical record, you'll find that there's an endless series of wars, genocides, conquests, competitive tendencies, and power abuses. And given that is the pattern we recognize historically, I guess it's safe to assume that it must be a set human nature to behave in ways that are historically reoccurring. However, we also see that human beings do cooperate, and we cooperate quite well in certain environments. For example, in the military, the environment plays a critical role on whether we decide to compete or cooperate. It's based on values, not genetics. If we were to eliminate the basic environmental cause, we will likely eliminate most competitive effects. We live in a paralyzing, detachment-promoting, self-serving system which generates parasites and prostitutes. Each one of us, due to the very nature of the monetary gain, is forced into a position of submission. The basic goal is monetary acquisition, not service to social progress.